not the second, not the second thought, where you talk yourself into it. What is your first thought? And if your first thought is the critical, judgmental, or the negative, that's how it makes you feel. If your first thought is the affirming, confident, or positive, then that's how it makes you feel. Today we ask the question, not once, not twice, but piece by piece, item by item. How does it make me feel? And we let the answer guide us. So let's do the work. Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome back to the Season of Self-Love podcast. It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks, and I am so glad that you are here with me on this Action Wednesday. And y'all, Monday, we talked about the question, how does this make me feel? We talked about the difference between should and feel. We talked about releasing what makes you feel small, ashamed, or disconnected. Well, today we do the actual audit. We're doing the actual audit. Today we're going through our closet piece by piece. And today we ask the question. And today we let our feelings guide us to the decision. Not the logic, not the guilt, not the should. So grab your journals, get ready to get in your closet, and let's do the work. So let me welcome you properly to the show. Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am so glad that you are here. As we continue to transform in life, so does this podcast. In Season 5, we're moving differently, more intentional, more action, less learning, more doing, less waiting, and more living. This is a space where we don't just talk about self-love, we practice it. We don't just discuss transformation, we live it. Every episode is an invitation to do the work with me, not just listen to me talk about it. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery, where we believe that loving yourself intentionally is a foundation of true transformation. So get ready, get your journal, get your pen, because in Season 5, we're doing the work together. Now let's get started. All right, my beautiful people. Before we dive into the work, we are going to ground ourselves with a 60-second guided meditation. So today we are connecting to our feelings. We are connecting to our truths, all right? And to our inner guide, all right? So wherever you are right now, if you could just close your eyes, all right? So wherever you are right now, close your eyes if you can and get comfortable. Put both of your feet on the floor. Take a deep breath in. Now slowly release. I want you to place one hand on your heart and say quietly to yourself, I trust my feelings. Inhale. Exhale. My feelings are my truth. Inhale. Exhale. I release what doesn't feel good. Inhale. Exhale. I keep what supports me. One more breath in. Release. Now say, I am guided by how I feel. And when you are ready, gently open your eyes and let's begin. All right, my beautiful people, if you are new here to the Season of Self-Love podcast, it's something we do every episode. It's just to help ground us before we get into the topic hand. All right, so let me quickly recap on Monday episode. We learned that the question is not, should I keep this, but how does it make me feel? And what Mel Robbins taught us is that if a piece of clothing, if a piece makes you feel small, ashamed, or disconnected, it does not belong in your future. No, it does not. So today we are putting it into practice. We're going through our closets. We're asking the question and we're releasing based on feeling. We're releasing based on feeling, not logic, not guilt, and not should, but on feeling, all right? But on feeling. All right, so let's talk about the very first exercise, and that's the feeling audit. All right, so here's the exercise, and this one requires you to be honest. It requires you to be honest, brutally honest, all right? So step one, what I want you to do is I want you to pick the section that you inventoried last week. I want you to pick the section that you inventoried last week. So I want you to remember week one. You inventoried one section, the tops, the pants, the dress, the shoes, whatever, however you did it. So today we're going deeper into that same section and we're asking the filling question for each piece. All right. And step two, we're going to pull out each item one at a time. All right. Don't just look at it. Just don't look at it just hanging there. I want you to pull it out and I want you to hold it. I want you to hold it and I want you to put it on if you need to. I want you to put it on. And I believe I said this on Monday. I want you to put it on. And I want you to look at yourself in the mirror with it. And once you put that on, because once you put that on, I want you to really feel how that feels. And what I mean is because you can't know how it feels unless you actually engage with it. And then I want you to ask this question out loud to step three. Yes, out loud. How does this outfit makes me feel? How does this make me feel? And then I want you to listen to it. Listen to your body. Listen to your gut. Listen to your heart. And then I want you to name the feeling. Does it just say good? Does it say bad? I want you to get specific with it. Does it make you feel confident? Does it make you feel insecure, grounded, disconnected, beautiful, ashamed? What does it make you feel? Does it make you feel trapped, supported, restricted? Does it make you feel free? Does it make you feel like you're pretending? Or does it make you feel like you like yourself? I want you to name it and say it out loud. And then step five, I want you to make the decision based on the feeling. Because if it makes you feel grounded and confident and supported, if it makes you feel like yourself, then keep it. And if it makes you feel small, if it makes you feel ashamed, disconnected, if it makes you feel insecure, trapped, if it makes you feel like you're pretending, then release it. That's it. That's the decision. Now, how much I spent on it, not will it fit someday, not should I, but how does it make me feel? And then exercise two, writing the feeling responses. Because when you go through each one of these items, I want you to write the journal. I want you to create two columns. Column one is to keep what makes me feel good. And for each item that you're choosing to keep, I want you to write the item, whether it's the blue sweater, the blue jeans, the white dress, or whatever it is. And what's the feeling that it gives you? Does it give you confidence? Does it give you grounded? Does it give you beautiful? Does it give you myself? And then in column two, the release pile. What makes me feel bad? And for each item that you're releasing, write the item and the feeling that it gave you. Did it make you feel small? Did it make you feel ashamed? Did it make you feel disconnected or insecure? and why you were keeping it despite that feeling. Why were you keeping it? Was it money? Was it guilt? Or was it should you? And see, this is powerful because you're seeing the pattern. You're seeing what you've been tolerating. You're seeing what you've been carrying. In a minute, I'm going to explain why all of this is happening because I know it might be a lot of people that's listening or even watching on YouTube that scroll by. It's like, why are we talking about the closet? Because it's deeper than the clothes. If you've been listening from week one, that is deeper than the clothes. It's deeper than the closet. Let's go to exercise 3, the should versus the feel check. Now, for any item that you're struggling with, I want you to do this check and I want you to ask yourself, am I keeping this because I should or because it feels good? And if the answer is should, I want you to ask yourself, who says I should? Who says I should? Where did that rule come from? Is it my rule or is it somebody else's? And then I want you to ask, what would happen if I let this go? What would happen if I let this go? Would the world end? Would you be less valuable? Would you be a bad person? I answer that no, no, and no. No. You'll just have one less piece of clothing that makes you feel bad. And that's a win. And now let's talk about the resistance. What if I can't tell how it makes me feel? Now, some of you are going to say, Nyomi, I don't know. Nyomi, I don't know how it makes me feel because I'm so disconnected from my feelings that I can't tell. I get it. I get it. So here is what you should do, a body scan. A body scan. I want you to put the item on. I want you to put the item on. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to scan your body from head to toe. From head to toe. And I want you to feel the tension. Where do you feel relaxed? Where do you feel the tension? Is your jaws clenched? Is your chest tight? Are your shoulders up to your ears? Or is your body relaxed? Is your chest open? Do you feel free? Because your body will tell you, your body knows, even when your mind doesn't. Your body knows. And then it's the mirror test. Remember I said, put it on. Look in the mirror. Put the item on. Stand in front of the mirror and look at yourself. What is your first thought? Not the second. Not the second thought. Where you talk yourself into it. What is your first thought? And if your first thought is the critical, judgmental, or the negative, that's how it makes you feel. If your first thought is the affirming, confident, or positive, then that's how it makes you feel. And then the would I buy this today test. If you saw this exact item in the store today, knowing what you know about yourself now, would you buy it? If no, then it doesn't belong in your closet. If no, then it doesn't belong in your closet. All right. So now let me call out the common should traps, the should traps that are going to try to stop you. So, trap one, but it's in perfect condition. Let me tell you something. I've held on so many things because of that very reason, because it was in perfect condition. And last week I was, so what? Being in perfect condition doesn't mean it serves you. Donate it to someone else that can use it. And that's what I did. I've donated it to someone else that can use it. And some of the stuff I've even put it in storage to use for a movie. Trap two. But I spent X amount of money on this. Yeah. That was another one of my things. When I tell you, but let me tell you something, y'all. Let me start right there. Let me tell y'all. I'm telling you, when I saw that post a few weeks ago from Mel Robbins, and I have been cleaning out my closet yet again, and saw my closet was still full of shit. Like, oh my God. And then the coats that fell down. I'm like, I have to do something different. I have to do something different. There is no way that I'm still holding on to these things like this. And why? And then looking at each one of these pieces. And I knew there was so much more work to do. And it's just so ironic and so aligned that it was just happening now in the beginning of season 5. Mm. Like I told you, by the end of this month, I'm going to have me a new closet. I'm not saying this is what you should do, but for me, it is more than just the items of clothing that's in that closet. This is me unblocking something more. This is me opening up to receiving something just so much more in my life, of growth, of opportunity, of more wisdom, of elevation, of being unstuck. So when I think about how much money I spent, that money is gone already. Whether it's in my closet or whether it's in your closet or not, or at Goodwill, it's gone. And I can't get it back by keeping something that makes me feel bad or just stuck there. I can create new memories, or I can give it to someone else that it can do something else with. And trap 3. But it's a classic, it's timeless pieces. Oh my God. How many of us done that? I'm telling you. I look across the hallway to my mother, and when I tell you she has old items, ugh. And when we look at that, and it be a classic for who, timeless for who, if it doesn't feel good on you, if it doesn't matter. Trap 4, but everyone says it looks good on me. Great. Then they can wear it then. You wear what makes you feel good. And trap number 5, but I might need it for a wedding, or I might need it for a conference or something, or another event. But when that event comes, you'll find something that actually makes you feel amazing and not something that you settle for. Not something that you settle for. All right, so for everything that you're releasing based on a feeling, let's create a release ritual, all right? All right, so for everything that you're releasing based on a feeling, let's do this. Step 1, let's acknowledge what you've kept. Let's acknowledge what you kept. So let's say, I kept this because I spent money on it. I kept this because I thought that I should. I kept this because someone gave it to me. And then I want you to thank it. I want you to thank it. I want you to thank it for the lesson. I thank you for teaching me that I don't have to keep things that make me feel bad. I thank you for teaching me to honor my feelings. I thank you for showing me what I don't want. And then I want you to release it with love. Put it in a donation bag and say out loud, I release this with love. I release this with love, and may it serve someone who feels amazing in it. And then let it go. Then let it go. And so the next question is, what if most of my closet doesn't feel good? Some of you will be going through this audit and y'all will realize most of my closet makes me feel bad. And you know what? That might feel very overwhelming. It might feel very scary. It might make you think, what am I going to wear? First of all, I want you to breathe. Second, that's some good information. That is some great information, because this means that you've been carrying a lot of emotional weight. And now you get to release it. Third, you don't have to release it all at once, though. But you do have to start. So here's what you do. Keep only what makes you feel good. Even if that's 10 pieces, even if it's that 5 pieces, quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. Step 2, identify what's missing. What did you actually need? What do you actually need? What will make you feel supported? Not what you think you should have, but what will actually serve you. And step 3, build intentionally. Moving forward, you only bring things into your closet that pass that feeling test. How does this make me feel? If it doesn't make you feel amazing, don't buy it. Do not buy it. All right? All right, so here's your commitment for this week. This week, I commit. 1, I am going through the section that I inventoried last week. 2, asking, how does it make me feel for each item? Then 3, I'm naming the specific feeling. 4, I'm releasing everything that makes me feel small, ashamed, or disconnected. 5, I'm keeping only what makes me feel grounded, confident, and supported. 6, I'm dropping off donations within 48 hours. And I want you to say it out loud, write it down, and make it real. All right? And here's the accountability. I want you to share that feeling audit results. Actually, you could DM me on Instagram at the Season of Self Love Podcast, or you could tell me how many items that you released based on your feelings, what you discovered about yourself in the process, and how it feels to only keep what feels good. Or you can tell your accountability partner. All right? And what does this do? It creates. What this creates, when you release everything that makes you feel bad, you create space for what makes you feel good. What happens is your closet becomes a sanctuary, becomes a place of possibility, a place where every option supports you. So your mornings become easier because you're not fighting yourself. Your confidence increases because you're wearing your truth. And most importantly, you learn to trust yourself. You trust your feelings. To trust that this doesn't feel good is enough reason to let something go. That's reclaimed. That's unashamed, and that's self-love. Again, it is more than just the clothing in the closet. It's so much more bigger than that. It's so much more bigger than that. And if this is your first time listening to this podcast here on the Season of Self-Love, I invite you to go back and listen to our first week episode 1 and 2. Better yet, go back and listen to our April series as well. All right. So here's some closing affirmation for you. All right. I want y'all to repeat after me. I trust my feelings. My feelings are my guide. I release what makes me feel small, and I keep what makes me feel strong. I honor my truth without apology. I am reclaimed. I am unashamed, and I am guided by feeling. All right, my beautiful people, that is the work for this week. Ask the question, feel the answer, released based on feeling. And next Monday, we're moving into week 3, from pressure to possibility, transforming your closet into a space that supports who you're becoming. Now, if this episode has helped you, I want you to share it, leave a review, and DM me your results. I want to celebrate with you. So until next time, this is your girlie goddess, Nyomi Banks, reminding you to be good to one another and yourselves. And always keep it sexy. Love yourself first so you can love others well. Have an amazing day. Have a good one. If this episode moved you, touched you, or made you think, that's your sign to subscribe. Every Monday and Wednesday, I am right here with you doing the work. Like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and I'll see you in the next one. This is your girlie goddess, Nyomi Banks. Love yourself first so you can love others well. Have an amazing day.